Cole, first off, how do you feel about your draft season? How did you assess it?
Yeah, I think it was great. Obviously, try to do the things I did well, but I feel like I really kind of improved my overall game from the first game to the last game, and I'm super kind of proud of myself and proud of kind of the uphill kind of development of my game. So
How did you improve?
I improved just kind of being able to play kind of every situation, defensively, offensively, kind of being able to kind of play away from the puck, make more plays, and kind of super excited for the future of it. So
And I'm sure you're excited for the draft. Where do you feel like you fit in terms of this year's class?
yeah, obviously, obviously, I think I'm still top of the draft, and obviously, whatever happens to the draft, and it's kind of what you do, after you get picked, and I'm kind of super excited for that, just to kind of whatever team gets me, kind of work my tail off, and hopefully do the best I can to help that team win in the future.
How much did you look at draft rankings, draft lists during this
Yeah.
season?
Obviously, you kind of see them. Definitely not going to go out of my way to kind of look at that stuff, but you hear them and you see them. But it's just something you gotta keep the blinders on and just work. So
So when I spoke to you at the start of the season, you were number 2 on Bob McKenzie's list, which is like a poll of scouts. And in the last one, you're 13. And I think that's kind of consistent that lists have you going down. Do you have a sense for why that might be?
just probably just thinking of my overall game. Obviously, that's what they're saying right now, and obviously there's guys that had a really good year this year, and that could have something to do with it. But obviously, I'm just trying to be the best player I can be, and I obviously can't control that. I'm just trying to be the best hockey player I can be every single game. So
At the scouting combine recently, I believe you said you spoke to 23 teams.
yes,
What was the most common question you faced?
just what would I do if I wasn't scoring? And I just told them that I'm gonna still work really hard and be physical, be first on pucks, still get back on the back check, interrupt plays, block shots, kind of do the things that are gonna help the team win. But obviously still use my skill and make plays and kind of be like a power forward. So.
How did you feel that kind of answer was received? What was your sense of coming out of these meetings?
No, yeah, definitely. I think the meetings definitely help me just kind of teams kind of understanding, where I'm coming from and how I kind of see the game and how I'm kind of, working to kind of get better too. So
So if that was the most common question, what was the toughest question, I guess?
probably that one, just because
Yeah.
it's obviously it's hard to answer just because, for right now I've been the shooter and a guy who's just scoring goals, and that's what I love to do, and that's what my team wants me to do, and so that's what I expected. And obviously it's tough when you're being asked something if something that is working isn't going to work. So it's obviously a tough one. So
Yeah, because it has worked pretty consistently for you during your career. Um, what makes you a good goal scorer?
just I love to do it so much. I love shooting pucks and kind of the excitement of scoring goals, but kind of just putting myself into spots where I know where my teammates are going to be able to find me, and kind of I think the hockey IQ of it kind of isn't talked about enough, just because you need to be in the right spots and you kind of need to be doing the right things to be in the spots, and then let your shot and all the practice and work you've done with it do the rest.
How did you turn your shot into such a weapon at such a young age?
Just doing it whenever I could. You're on the ice or you're in the backyard to just shoot, and watch the best players in the world shoot pucks and see what they do, and try to put that in your game.
What did you learn from watching Auston Matthews rack up 69 goals this season?
Yeah, I mean he's unbelievable. Just kind of the way he can score from in tight to um, from the top of the circle, which is pretty cool. So.
And he still finds a way to get nominated for the
Mhm.
Selke Trophy. I'm wondering if you can take anything from that as well.
Yeah, that's what I told teams is that's the player I'm trying to be. Hopefully, if I get to the NHL as a goal scorer, but also being talked about in that regard too.
So I know you watch Matthews. Who else do you watch when it comes to studying shots?
I really like Ovechkin, Stamkos just for that one timer, and you can go with guys like Pedersen and a guy like Victor Olofsson too, who has a very slinging one timer and works really well. And so there's definitely a lot of guys on those sides of the power play that have really good shots.
When you broke the US National Team Development Program record for most goals in their career this season, you got a lot of messages, I'm sure. What resonated from what you heard after that?
Yeah, definitely. It's just I think it's people understanding the guys that are below me in that list right now, and seeing how great of hockey players they are and what they're doing now. And obviously that's something that I didn't really notice at first, and but then you kind of look at it, it is pretty cool. And it's a very humbling experience just to kind of be able to put my name with those guys. And obviously they proved a lot more kind of in the NHL and stuff like that, and that's what I'm working towards. So it'd be pretty cool if I can be one of them.
Did you hear from the other Cole Caulfield, whose record you broke?
I did not know, but
Okay.
I did hear something on NHL Network that he saw it, and so that was pretty cool.
TSN Director of Scouting Craig Button sees you as a Chris Kreider type. I'm wondering who you see as, if there is one guy, as your NHL role model.
Yeah, obviously, you see Matthews, but it's tough kind of saying that just because of who he is and where he is right now. But that's definitely a guy I can see myself. But impact wise, I really looked up to Jack Eichel and a guy who kind of can help team wins and still kind of put up points and be a top forward guy, and also like a guy like Matthew Tkachuk who can benefit the team in a lot of ways, physicality wise and scoring wise, which is I think that's pretty cool. But Chris Kreider is awesome. Definitely scores goals when it matters, and definitely steps up his play when it matters. So that's pretty cool.
What was it like at the Combine to catch up with your good friend Macklin Celebrini?
Yeah, it was really cool. Haven't seen him a little bit, so he was in my room with me and Zeke William were roommates, so he was in our room all the time. Watching movies and just being the same kids we were at Shattuck, which was good to see him again, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I read you're doing a draft diary on NHL.com, and you mentioned there was some wrestling.
Yeah, I know. We definitely get at each other sometimes, and we just just start going at it. So it's pretty funny.
Who has the edge there?
I don't know. Most of the time, he just starts laughing, so I think I got the edge.
There you go. What did you think of the season he put together? His draft season.
No, it was pretty cool to see. After every game, I was keeping track of him and kept texting him, and it was super cool. I mean, you win the Hobey Baker as a 17-year-old, it's pretty special, and that's Macklin for him, and it's definitely really cool. So,
did he have messages of support? I know you talk so much with him. Like, were you leaning on him at all as you were navigating a tricky draft year?
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of talking about it, and obviously he's going to be a number one supporter of me, so it's definitely feels good when you talk to him.